2023 Summer Domestic Conference online presentation. My research paper's topic is about development and validation of creative convergence competency, test tool for middle and high school students. Chungyun Kim. My research paper's introduction is like this. The future society demands talents who can create innovative products while thinking creatively and proactively. To this end, social and national development that can create added value with new ideas and creative imagination has become an inevitable task. In order to adapt to this society, it is necessary to think creatively and develop new knowledge and skills that are differentiated from existing knowledge through a proactive attitude. From this point of view, secondary education is teaching with interest in creative convergence. To this end, the division between liberal arts and science is eliminated through an integrated curriculum of liberal arts and science, and students receiving secondary education learn humanities, social studies, and science subjects, and creative convergence. So we should be committed to developing talented people. My theoretical background is like this. Creativity as a future-oriented competency is regarded as an essential element that members of society should have, and talents who can create new values by integrating and connecting knowledge and information in various fields, while insight into society and country as well as creativity or national competitiveness has become a key element of since Guilford scholar in 1959 mentioned that creativity can be developed through divergent thinking. Many domestic and international studies have begun to study the concept of creativity. So there are various approaches to creativity. But recently, the perspective of integrating creative thinking and creative personality has attracted attention. Accordingly, in order to develop productive creativity that is novel, unique, useful, and feasible, creativity can be developed by the interaction of creative thinking and creative personality. And an integrated perspective has begun to emerge. Creativity from this integrated point of view is that creative ability and creative personality are expressed together. Creative ability is to come up with unique ideas in new and diverse ways to solve problems. And creative personality is to solve problems to the end with curiosity and sensitivity to the world. It means the will to solve. Therefore, in response to the needs of the future society, there is a need to nurture talents with creativity in secondary education, and research related to this is being actively conducted. On the other hand, convergence changes society and academia in all fields of the country and emerges as a central topic, leading members with creative abilities and creative personalities based on knowledge and information in various fields, and actively and effectively coping with social changes. The need for creative leadership that can go out has been emphasized. Therefore, in order to foster creative convergence talents with creative leadership, various talent nurturing projects are being carried out at the national level to lay the foundation for future industries that can produce new and original ideas through individual and collective creativity and collaboration. In particular, since 2010, the Ministry of Education has been able to increase interest and understanding of science and technology in secondary education, and cultivate convergence thinking and problem-solving skills in order to nurture creative and convergent talents who will lead the development of future science and technology, an asset of national competitiveness. It began to emphasize the convergence talent education. It is STEAM. And in 2022, the Ministry of Education announced the 2022 revised secondary school curriculum, strengthening individualized education that nurtures students' creativity, and restructuring convergence elective subjects at the school site so that students can freely select subjects in a flexible curriculum to achieve convergence, making it possible so innovative changes in education as a whole are being requested for teaching and learning methods and evaluation methods as well. My research question is like this. This study can apply knowledge from various fields to necessary areas through educational efforts, and is necessary to nurture creative convergence talents who can create new and original values while thinking convergently. The purpose of this study is to define the concept of creative convergence competency for middle and high school students, to verify its components, and to develop and verify the validity of a test tool that allows middle and high school students to check their own level of competency. So, in this study, the following research questions were set in order to develop and validate a tool to test the creative convergence competency of middle and high school students. So, first research question is like this. What are the components of the creative convergence competency test tool for middle and high school students? Second research question is like this. Is the creative convergence competency test tool for middle and high school students appropriate? So, to achieve this research paper's object, my research paper's research subject is like this. The research subjects were divided into metropolitan and non-metropolitan areas, including Seoul, and the survey was requested to students in middle and high schools. For the preliminary examination, students attending middle and high schools located in 6 regions nationwide were conducted, and a total of 992 people participated in the survey. In addition, 1,552 students participated in the survey for this test. And also, I wanted to secure expert content validity. So, through a literature review on creative convergence competency for middle and high school students as creative convergence talents, the developed components and development questions were derived. According to the evidence that the number of expert groups is preferably 3 to 10 to evaluate the content validity of the items. Middle school and high school teachers, doctors of education related to secondary education, and 10 experts were selected for the content validity of the components and items of this study. An email survey was conducted. In the expert survey, opinions such as modification, integration, and addition were presented through a semi-structured open questionnaire, and then opinions were collected and also analyzed. Research's result is like this. In order to conduct an exploratory factor analysis, the analysis was conducted in 2 stages. First, parallel analysis was conducted to determine the number of factors. Second, in order to exploratorily determine the validity of the constructed system, it was estimated by the maximum likely method, ML. The rotation method was used by Promax. The analysis result derived under these conditions are shown in table first, and the result of the confirmatory factor analysis are shown in table second below. And as you see this table, and 5 subfactors are like this, and result is shown in this table as well. And also 5 subfactors is like this, and number related with this statistical result were right for this result. Conclusion and discussion. In this study, the components of creative convergence competency for middle and high school students were identified, and reliable and valid measuring tool was developed to measure them. The significance of the study is that it has been transformed. Therefore, this study specifically has the significance of the following developments. First, in order to cultivate the creative convergence competency of middle and high school students. The level of creative convergence competency of each student can be measured and used as evidence for conducting individual customized education programs. In addition, since 5 components corresponding to the creative convergence competency are included, it is possible to measure the insufficient competency and provide information on the related programs to be applied. Second, the creative convergence competency of middle and high school students can be confirmed longitudinally during the school year to provide basic data for analyzing changes in the corresponding competency. Therefore, these data can be linked to a competence enhancement program that meets the target competency level of the school. And through this, the educational effect of the program can be analyzed. Third, since cross-validation was also verified by gender, grade, major, and reason for middle and high school students nationwide, the measurement results for each background variable would be consistently calculated. Therefore, it is possible to conduct comparative studies by gender, grade, major, or between twin students attending schools in the metropolitan area and non-metropolitan area, and through this, mutual development plans can be shared. So I hope my research paper's results will be used worldwide, and in the near future I can compare the research result of high school students between Korea and in foreign countries. Thank you for listening.